How far will you go to bring it back? Shepard created a war, but only we knew the truth. Nikolai, we've got to get Soap out of here. I know a place.
All right, welcome back to the Loading Bar. Today we're going to talk about modern military shooter number 6425.
Careful, you're going to get the fanboys all in a froth, and they're going to come at you with their fangs and their racism and yeah.
Also known as Modern Warfare 3, the best game that's ever been made in the history of mankind. Or
WW3, you know, where they keep switching the M and the W at the beginning of the trailer.
Yep. And let's see. My name is Professor Jeff. I have Kevin J. Baird.
Hello.
One portion of Nick Hodges.
Hello.
And a half dozen Jason Murphys.
Hey.
First of all, I just want to find out from you guys, how many of the other Modern Warfare games have you guys played? How many Call of Duty games has everybody here played?
Most of them.
All of them?
Just about, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I lost track, but a lot of them. They're all starting to bleed together in one big bag of humiliation for me.
I only asked because I've always been a big fan of the Infinity Ward side of the series, and now Wes and Zampella have left Infinity Ward. This is kind of like a weird new chapter in the Modern Warfare saga, or so I thought.
Was Modern Warfare 2 the last Infinity Ward game, or was this one?
Well, this is technically still Infinity Ward. I mean,
but it's not the same guys.
Yeah, it's a very different group of people. Sledgehammer Games, I think, was a new studio that was created to come in on this. Fortunately, I think that when you play the game, you get the impression that the end of this story was probably written way in advance of the whole debacle with his Weston Zampella. For those of you, though, who do not know, Modern Warfare is the story of men with facial hair saving the world from...
What is the backstory? The Russians are attacking. I'm fighting Hind helicopters. First of all, they should call it fantasy war, because it's not modern war. The Russians don't have a military anymore. It's crap. And these helicopters, how'd they get them here exactly? They flew them over the ocean to get the land in the United States? I'm just confused by the whole game. Like, I started playing it, and I'm like, this isn't realistic at all.
Spawn points, Kevin. Duh.
Spawn points.
Portal gun.
Well, technically, it does. Like, the backstory is that these ultranationalist terrorists in Russia, they want to return Russia to the old Soviet Union. So, in the first Modern Warfare game, they trick the United States into going to in war with the Middle East. It's actually in Saudi Arabia, and they blow up a nuke in a city that wipes out like 30,000 US soldiers. So the American army is like stretched thin, and then in Modern Warfare 2, the ultranationalists take over the Russian government, and they stage like a fake terrorist attack and blame the United States. So all the Russian people want war against the United States, and then they attack. And
my God. They would so lose. It's so ridiculous.
Okay, hold on. No, because I do, I can make fun of this. But like, so after Modern Warfare 2, where the Russians lose and get their asses kicked in the United States, the beginning of Modern Warfare 3 makes even less sense, because one of the very, very, very early missions, the Russian president says, okay, we need to make peace with the West. We cannot have any more war. And so the whole game is trying to protect the Russian president so this peace summit could happen. But I'm sorry, America is one of the countries that overreacts when just the slightest bit of offense is done against them. Like,
fuck you, Nick, we do not!
Oh yeah, look at World War II. A bunch of Japs blow up a bunch of boats on Pearl Harbor, and you guys respond by dropping nuclear bombs on them. So imagine if
now you're kind of being an asshole. I'm legitimately calling you out on your shit here. I was just doing parody, but... Pearl fucking Harbor, dude.
Welcome to another history lesson.
It was much more complicated than, they blew up some... God damn it!
Okay, so imagine if the Russians really did blow up all of the United States and the White House. How would you guys react? Would you accept just a peace treaty? Would you end the war right there? No, you would blow Russia back to the fucking Stone Age if that really happened.
That would be an overreaction if they blew up the Washington, D.C. But, I mean, look, the United States has 11 aircraft carriers on active duty. On active duty, the Russians have one that doesn't work. They can't even bring guys over here. What
True,
are they going to
but
come in?
This is in the
you know
future.
what, Nick?
This is in the
Captain
future.
Sassy, the first word is captain. So he fucking knows.
No, I do actually. But it's the future, so they call it modern warfare. It should be future warfare. I mean,
No, you're right. You're absolutely right, Kevin. The first game was set in the present times, but then Modern Warfare 2, they set it early ahead, like 5 or 6 years in the future.
Guys.
And then this is even further on, so...
This conversation got way off track, man. This is like arguing about how realistic the show 24 is. All right,
24 is fucking realistic, man.
Basically, all you need to know is that part 1 of Modern Warfare, some shit happened, and then part 2, some more shit happened, and here's part 3, and
Shit gets concluded.
that is correct.
I agree with you. I guess my problem with it is, Jeff, is that we're just one step away from it becoming like an id game where I've got like a laser cannon and everything. Like, I mean, it's like you take these things too far and they get a little bit too weird. Like, at least the original, like the World War II Call of Duties were based in like reality, where you had like, you know, real weapons and real equipment and all these sorts of things were like real
You could
missions
heal when
that
you
happened.
took cover.
No, I mean, I know that it's a video game. I'm just saying that you know, with these Modern Warfare games, I just feel like, you know, it's getting more and more like
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
Unlike,
ridiculous.
What
Right.
about Homefront? North Korea invade the United States? Are you out of your fucking mind?
Well,
Yeah, but that doesn't have the basis of the history that this franchise does. I mean, this franchise comes from that World War II thing where it was all set up in a way that was very realistic. You know, I mean, if you go back to the original one, it was really good. You know, the Medal of Honor series was the one that was kind of cinematic and sort of not real gritty and realistic. And Call of Duty was, and I think they've just taken big steps away from that now. And I know it's a video game; it's still fun. I'm not knocking the game. I just think these storylines are like they're like something from Tom Clancy games.
Well, I think that when
go
you
ahead.
look at it, when you look at it, that the storylines have become increasingly more bombastic, and I think that it's because the storyline. I mean, Modern Warfare 1 was probably one of my favorite first-person shooters of all time, and the story was, you know, a bit ridiculous, but it wasn't so far outside of the realm of reality that you couldn't suspend your disbelief. Suddenly, in Modern Warfare 2, you know, if you want to sum up Modern Warfare 2's story in a nutshell, it is Russian terrorists shoot up a Russian airport and pretend to be United States citizens, and so Russia invades the United States en masse. And, like, you know, there's more stuff, more little twists and turns in there. But I think what I really wanted to say, what I really want to get at is that Modern Warfare has become more about, it's like the same way that Forza Motorsport or Gran Turismo is like car porn. Modern Warfare is like war porn. Like, Modern Warfare is taking everything about modern military conflict and just pushing it to the nth degree to make it this kind of semi-realistic but also kind of futuristic experience. And so,
I mean, and any minute we're going to be walking around in mechs in the game, which I agree will be awesome. Okay, it'll be totally fun to have the mech blow through the buildings and just start shooting Russians.
The Russians are using electronic countermeasures to jam our comms and guidance systems. The primary emission tower is on top of the stock exchange. I need your team to destroy it. The jammer's full spectrum, so until it's down, you'll have no radio contact. I have ground assets to get you close. Over.
Copy all. We'll get it done.
But it's losing the storyline to me. You know, it's just losing the realism that this game used to have. And it's okay. It's fine. I'm not knocking it. I know I'm going to get a bunch of hate mail. That's what I do on this show. I just piss people off.
Well,
But, you know, I got some issues with the story.
in Modern Warfare 4, from what I understand, it's going to be about Mexico colonizing the moon. They've got lunar landers up on blocks and
Call of Juarez, Medal of Honor.
I mean,
Modern Warfare.
I kind of look.
Future
it'll be
Warfare,
the moon,
wouldn't it?
the cartel, Modern Warfare 4.
I kind of look at the Modern Warfare series though as being like the Michael Bay of video games. Like, it's fun, it's big explosions, there's a bunch of dumb shit happening, and by the when you get done playing Modern Warfare and you think about what actually just happened in the storyline, it's fucking ridiculous, but it's fun while you're playing it. Like,
And the gameplay in the single player has really. They've really kind of stripped it down to be many, many, many more scripted sequences to make very personal things happen to your protagonists. Mm-hmm. Whereas in the previous ones, there were some scripted sequences, but it was mostly introductory, and it would get you into, fighting Rommel's forces in North Africa or something like that, like back in Call of Duty 2. In this, it's like, okay, and now you have to press X repeatedly so that you can choke this guy. So they're giving you less and less freedom in exchange for a much more cinematic experience, which is still a lot of fun, but they are deviating more from what Call of Duty started off as.
Yep.
True, but I really enjoyed the cinematic experience, and I do generally get excited when I'm playing. I felt that this is more enjoyable due to the story than Modern Warfare 2 was.
Yeah, that said, the single player was badass.
It's completely frenzied. And I mean, the beginning is just like, you almost don't even need to play it because there's so much happening. You're just kind of blown away by it all.
Yeah, and that said, you almost don't need to play it because it's only like 20 minutes long.
That is true. This is one of the shortest single player campaigns I think we've played pretty much all year.
Well, it's actually the exact same length as Modern Warfare 2, so I knew what I was expecting. Modern Warfare 2, I got pissed off with how short that was, but I was like, okay, probably the same thing's going to happen here. They're going to focus primarily on the multiplayer experience, but you definitely got a really well-written story, and you got a satisfying conclusion, I thought, to everything that happened to your main characters.
I actually did get attached to the characters a little bit.
Oh, Captain Price is the shit. Captain Price is my hero, man.
It's his wallet that says "bad motherfucker" on it.
I mean, I think that was the only part of Modern Warfare 2 that had me like up out of my seat when you break into that prison and you turn around, it's fucking Captain Price. Oh God!
Yeah, that was pretty badass. And there are a lot of dramatic turns in this. One of my problems with this is that, as far as the storyline goes, anyway, in single player, I mean, the gameplay is really dynamic, and they change a lot of stuff up by letting you pilot the unmanned aerial vehicles and fly around in the, what are they, the tank killers or whatever they're called, I don't remember. But it jumps around to multiple characters so much that it's like, oh, okay, it's back to this asshole that I don't know anything about, doesn't have any personality, and I don't care about him. Oh, okay, good. I get to play with Price and Soap again. Oh, wait, no, we're back to some jackass, and I don't know who he is. And so it just kind of jumps around, and it really kind of fractures the narrative a little bit.
It's okay, though, because you get that globe-trotting experience, because you go to so many different countries. Like, it's not just, like in the trailers, they said you can go to London, in Berlin, you can go to Paris, but you go to places like in Africa, for example, you go to